Hello, Pisces. Welcome and welcome back. I got this strange urge that I'm going to follow to tell you guys or to do a reading about what your dreams are trying to tell you, okay? I don't know. Some of you guys maybe have had some strange dreams lately. So we're going to pull one of these wandering heart cards. I don't know how far we're going to go with this reading, but we're going to pull these to see what your dreams could possibly be telling you or trying to tell you when it comes to like your subconscious, okay? So I hope that helps you guys. Y'all be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Hype the video if you got some hypes. Leave me a comment. Let me know if it resonates. If you want to book a personal or check out any of my other services, the link is in the description box below. And if you find any benefit from this reading, please consider donating, you guys, to the PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle in the description box below. I really appreciate all of your support. Shout out to everyone who's donated or contributed, all my members. I really appreciate y'all, okay? So let's see, guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God, for Pisces. What are Pisces dreams attempting to tell them? What is the message that Pisces dreams are attempting to convey to them? Out of sight, card number 5. Interesting. And then we have I am, card number 2. And the Fool, 38. All right, let's get into it. 2, 5, 38, 11. So let's start with number 2. I am says, I am love in its purest form. Vulnerability supports my evolution. Interestingly enough, you have loves me not underneath that. Interesting. And then you have the card, it says certainty and empowerment. It says you are the embodiment of strength. You've learned to be accepting of all flaws, knowing they do not define your existence. You have arrived back at your home state of being. Here you are at ease with free-flowing assertiveness. Ooh, you know yourself. You are proud. That's what it says. You know yourself. You are proud. You trust in your ability to make beneficial decisions. You have no regrets moving forward. Upright, it says you sit in gratitude, appreciating the beauty that is life. This feeling is beyond reach. You are right where you're supposed to be. I kind of want to read the Loves Me Not card. So Loves Me Not says, maybe another day, maybe another life, promotion, rejection. It says you're being redirected towards something more fitting. Although handling loss will never become easier, there comes a point when you gather why a certain opportunity doesn't fully make sense for where you're headed in this life. It says upright, your fear of change has shifted to exhilaration. You don't mind the inconvenience. You believe what will be, and you don't mind waiting for your turn to link with ascendancy. Forceful energy is not helpful in this case. Give people the space and patience you wish to be met with in return. Yeah, so you've gained this stillness about yourself. I feel like you have this balance and this equilibrium that you've gained from some of the things that have been going on in your life. You've accepted a lot of the things that are happening in your life the way that they're happening. And it's like you know that you are at one with yourself. So that anything else that's going on, whether it's you being rejected, turned down, you feeling like things aren't happening for you the way that they're meant to happen, that feeling is gone of like being worried about that type of stuff. I feel like you guys are in a place where you could be having dreams that are very chaotic. I get this vibe that you guys could be having dreams that are really chaotic because of this card right here. Kind of reminds me of the lady in the meme walking past the house on fire with that stroller, and she's not even paying attention or looking. There could be a lot of conflict going on around you. But it's like whatever you're experiencing in your dreams could be pointing you in that direction to hopefully gain this acceptance of your circumstances. They could actually be signaling or confirming, giving you signs and synchronicities that you have gained that acceptance. Now, out of sight says, do not be derailed by your heart's desires, tunnel vision. Out of sight, out of mind. If it takes a distraction to channel your thoughts into a brighter place for now, then so be it. You will not be punished. Burdens will depreciate as long as you are calm and cognizant of their hold over you. Oh. So depreciate means they're not going to be as valuable or as important. But as long those burdens will depreciate as long as you are calm and cognizant of their hold over you. Interesting. You will have to set yourself free from paranoia. This does not mean you should neglect your duty to identify and work through your emotions. Baby steps. Excuse me, it's the coffee. With faith, you will bounce back, right? And the world will keep on turning. No harm or malice shall prosper against you, as long as you are not reveling in the spirit of panic or dismay. It's pointless to worry. That's pretty much what this is saying. It says, do not invite it over. Do not attract it. Now, upright, which this card did come out upright, it says you are moving on towards exceptional places. You have a large range of promises and proposals, and many are counting on you to see them through. The longer you go without your baggage, the easier it will be to wean yourself off of it. Soon, you will be thriving all over. This is a time to keep busy. Do not dwell on what could have or should have been. Yeah. I think a lot of you guys are finally making peace with where you are in life. And it's very beneficial, but what Spirit is wanting you to know through your dreams and through the dreams that you could be having is like, you may be having subconscious thoughts of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Like your subconscious could be taking a little bit longer to catch up to your conscious mind, or vice versa, depending on who you are. And I feel like what your dreams are trying to tell you is that this is the philosophy that you should carry. This is the mentality that you should have. This is the perspective that your higher self and your spirit team wants you to be in order to see your obligations or see your responsibilities through, so that those burdens become less and less. I feel like Spirit really doesn't want you to focus right now on things that are stressful, right? And if you do have to distract yourself with other things, or you have to go into that Pisces nature of going into a different world, then so be it. But whatever you have to do to keep your mind focused on the task at hand and keep that tunnel vision, that's what Spirit is basically like trying to tell you to do. Yeah, and the Fool says a divine time to start fresh, counterproductive, and repetition. Smirks and eye rolls are being given. You know better, and when you know better, you do better, period. This card invites you to examine your surroundings. Ask yourself the necessary questions. Are you engaging in productive activity? Are you entertaining healthy relationships? Are you ignoring undeniable deal breakers? Are you prioritizing your best interests? Are you moving with caution? Are you bending your moral code to hold space for the undeserving? Are you accommodating special needs for those who don't think twice about your comfort? Are you seeking adornment from an outside source? Are you being honest with yourself? Are you repeating habitual patterns that do not elevate you? Are you pretending to be glad about the shortcomings you receive? This card encourages you to strive for improvement. I feel like some of you guys are having dreams that turn from positive to negative. Like you could be having a really good dream and then all of a sudden shit hits the fan. Some of you could be having a dream that highlights your insecurities. Some of you could be having dreams that put you in a position of chaos where there's just a lot going on and it's not necessarily bad, but there's just so many parts, or the dream switches really quickly to different scenes and it's just kind of chaotic. I don't know exactly what dreams you're having, but I feel like what your dreams are telling you is that right now is not a time to deny or doubt or try to hide who it is that you are. Now is not a time for you to succumb to the pressures of outside influences. Now is not a time for you to break out of the stillness that you have cultivated and worked so hard for, because you feel like you have to fit in with a group or a crowd, or you feel like that something is the only way for you to accomplish something. There's this really strong energy of like, don't be a dumb bitch. Okay. I said what I said. Right. Right now is not a time for counterproductivity. Now is a time to be as productive as you possibly can and do the things that you know you're supposed to be doing, while also not allowing the things that you know you're supposed to be doing to weigh you down. Anything else for Pisces when it comes to their dreams? Okay. Challenges: feeling overwhelmed, being needy and holding on. Take one day at a time. I just told members that what was that reading? It was what your higher self is telling you. No. Well, the message is from your higher self. The title was You Can't Pour from an Empty Cup, but it was the members reading that we did on Tuesday. Today is Saturday, September 20th, 12:25 p.m. So the members reading that we did this last Tuesday, take it one day at a time. It's all working out as it should, right? So you do have a lot of responsibilities. You do have a lot of things that you have to take care of and accomplish and carry out. But you know you can do it. You just can't do it when you have all of this noise going on in the background. Journey, kick them to the curb, take a new direction, walk away if you need to. There's definitely some type of relationship or connection or situation that's dishonoring you. That spirit is like, in the near future, you're really going to have to decide if you're going to be a dumb bitch or a dumb motherfucker and keep on dealing with it, or let it go. Vacation. I think you should take a break. Some of you need to take a vacation. Some of you guys are going to take a journey or a vacation in your mind. Okay? Nope. This part of your journey is not going to be available to everyone. You're going in a different direction than some of the people that you're hanging out with. You need to kick some of those people to the curb. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to just remove them from your life. It's just, you can't be entertaining all of the bullshit that they entertain. You can't be in all of the shenanigans that they find themselves in. And if you hang out with them, that's fine, but walk away if you need to. If there comes a time where the party has gone on too long and the lights in the club have come on metaphorically and it's time to go, and spirit tells you, hey, it's time to go, then that means it's time to go. Everybody in this community sometimes wants to make you think that you just can't be around nobody. You just have to isolate yourself. You got to be a hermit all the time. That's not true. Go out, have fun, have drinks, smoke, whatever you want to do. Whatever it is that you find joy in your life. And I'm not saying drinking, smoking is the only thing you can find joy. What I'm saying is, if you want to go fuck around with the fuck arounds for a little while, spirit, God, source is not going to punish you because you have a life. But what they are trying to tell you is that you need to know when the cutoff time is. You need to know when closing time is. You need to know when it's time to go home, okay? What else for Pisces when it comes to their dreams? You're probably dreaming about someone that you're going to end up having to set some boundaries with. We have growth. You will grow from this situation, and confusion. Ooh. Confusion and conflict may be going on at this time. Copycat. Someone is mimicking everything you do. An apology. Someone wants forgiveness. So there's some type of confusion surrounding a person in your life. Like, what's your energy versus what's their energy? I feel like they've become too intertwined. You see how the horns of these two goats are intertwined? It's like you've become too intertwined with this person, and you don't know where your energy stops and theirs starts, or where theirs stops and yours starts. And I feel like it's time to create some definition, okay? Define the boundaries, define the parameters of the connection, define who you are separate from who this person is. Because I feel like someone is trying to be like you, or someone is trying to get you to want to be like them. And they may want you to apologize to them for something, but for what? I don't know. They also may feel like they need to apologize to you. But you're going to grow from this situation, because I feel like it says I am. So I am, you are, you get what I'm saying? When you look in the mirror, you say, I am me. I am Pisces. I am whatever your name is, insert here. I am not this person. I am not this situation. You got to create some definition here. There may be a need to create some separation. It's kind of like that weird movie promotion that I saw on YouTube a while back, where them two people were like merging together. They were looking at each other and their eyelashes merged together, and they were like fusing and morphing into each other. It's weird. That's why you're confused, because I feel like there's some issues that are going on, or there's some chaos going on in the background. It's like there's static, there's chaos, there's all of this interference, because this person's energy is connected to yours way too much. And it doesn't mean that you don't have to be around them, but their drama is not your fucking drama. Their problems are not your problems. You know? And if you're trying to be like anyone else, or if you're trying to use someone as an example to like cultivate what you want to do in life, there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to have your own identity. There has to be definition and separation and boundaries created here when it comes to you, you know, being inspired by a person. You can't be another person, right? You have to be yourself. And that confusion that you may feel could be because you're not being authentic to who it is that you are. You're not in situations that are honoring you. You're not doing things that actually propel you forward. You're pacifying yourself and saying that you're happy in a situation that you're not happy in, and then feeling confused about why you can't figure out what's going on. And Spirit doesn't want you to do that. You may need to apologize to someone, but I'm going to clarify that. What does Pisces need to know about their dreams? Hierophant and the Three of Wands. Aries energy. Taurus, maybe Libra. Yeah, doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Waiting for something to be more consistent when possibly it's not. I feel like you're making a decision to commit to something, and I feel like Spirit knows that this commitment is going to take it's going to be very challenging or trying for you, and they know you need all of your strength. They know you need all of your focus. You can't allow other people and things to distract you. Page of Wands, Eight of Wands. I feel like you guys are excited about what's coming in the future if you remain consistent with something that you're doing. You're excited about the progress that you're going to make. You're excited about finally coming out of a situation where you feel beat up, battered, exhausted, bruised. It's like you're excited to move on from some type of difficult situation, and you expect progress. You're looking forward to progress. I feel like having fun, imagining what you're going to learn or what you're going to see or what you're going to find in this new place, in this new experience. This could be a part of your journey. This could be somewhere you're literally going. But there's a lot of physical movement that you're preparing for, or that Spirit could be trying to prepare you for, that your soul could be anticipating. This could be a little nerve-wracking. It could be a little bit intimidating to communicate how you feel or the boundaries that you want to set with someone, because this could be you needing to communicate boundaries, and you may be a little nervous about like communicating those boundaries, but you don't have to apologize for feeling the need to set boundaries with people. Like, you don't have to apologize for making decisions that are best for you. Because if anybody makes you feel like you do, then they're not actually somebody who is like a friend. Knight of Wands. Devil. I hear somebody saying, I'm sorry I've been unpredictable lately or something. I feel like there's someone copying you that's confused about who they are, or they're confused about what to do now because you're growing up from this situation that they're in with you. You've outgrown this relationship or this connection where you have to do everything that this person does and you have to be just like this person. It's like you're outgrowing that. And there's some type of codependency that someone has. Like, someone depends on you taking action. Someone depends on your consistency in a situation. Someone is expecting you to do the same thing that you've always done, but you're doing something different, and they feel lost because of it. And I feel like I feel like someone wants you to apologize for outgrowing them. But I feel like they also know that they need to be more supportive and treat you better. I don't know. The World and the Knight of Swords. You're ending some type of toxic cycle and moving forward. And I feel like someone is like upset about you doing that. I don't know. It's like when you're in high school and you have a best friend and y'all hang out all the time, and then you guys are about to go to college, and maybe you planned on going to the same college and like everything was going to stay the same, and then maybe you decide you want to do something different or go somewhere else, and they feel betrayed, or they feel this uncertainty in their own life because now you're choosing to embark upon a different type of journey, and they feel resentment towards you, or they feel some type of animosity towards you because you didn't tell them what you were going to do. And we had a plan and we were supposed to go here and do this together. And it's like, but I'm not you and you're not me, and this is my life. You get what I'm saying? That's kind of the energy that I'm getting from someone in this situation, where it's like, because you decided to go a different direction, or because you decided to take a different path, it kind of feels like someone feels like, oh, you ruined everything. We were supposed to do this and do that. We had all these plans. And it's like they just expected to show up every day and you'd be there, and show up every day and everything would be the same and you would be the same. But now I feel like you're growing and somebody is confused. What's this growth and confusion? Ooh, child. Messy. What's this growth and confusion? Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like if you're feeling confused, I feel like you guys are in a position where you have to make a decision. Two of Pentacles. You have to weigh the pros and the cons. If you stay, what's going to happen? If you go, what could happen? More than likely, the new path or the new decision is the best, but it just depends on your situation. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. High Priestess. Yeah, you're sensing some type of conflict behind the scenes because things are shifting. I feel like you're thinking about all the time and energy that you've invested into a connection, a situation, a friendship, a relationship. But you can sense that there's some type of animosity or conflict going on behind the scenes. Three of Swords. King of Wands, Six of Wands. Leo energy. Capricorn is out here. Taurus, Libra, Aries. Yeah, I feel like you're standing up for something that you want, or you're defending yourself when it comes to something that you've accomplished in your life. This could be peace. This could be prosperity, whatever success or wins that you've had in like the last few months or so. I feel like you're defending those things. You're defending your choices. Even though you know that it could cause someone pain. Tower, Ace of Pentacles. All of a sudden, it's like you got this opportunity, or, you know, things just changed. And it was kind of out of your control. And I feel like someone is hurt by this. But at the same time, you know that there's something that you have to do. It's like all of a sudden you get offered an opportunity. It's like you feel like you have to take it. What's the copycat? The moon. Yeah, someone secretly wants to be like you, or they're afraid of like not having you around. They're afraid. Look, it's two people on the card. They're afraid of what's coming next if you're not like around. Seven of Swords. I feel like you don't see that someone is trying to create some type of division. Knight of Pentacles. Or maybe you do know, but you don't know how to handle it, or you don't know what to do with it. Like with the information. I feel like there's someone here with the Seven of Swords and the Moon who secretly did something to slow you down, or make you afraid, or try to talk you out of an opportunity. Whatever they did that was toxic, or whatever action that they took that was coming from a place of fear and codependency, I feel like this person is going to apologize for it. What's the Hierophant in the Three of Wands? Y'all like the video, please, please, please. Let's keep the exchange of energy going. There's the Aries. So it's either Aries or Taurus, possibly Libra. Maybe Leo, Cancer, Capricorn. Two of Cups, Emperor. I feel like when you communicate with people, when you meet people, when you are deciding to become friends with someone or have a connection or relationship with someone, you expect their loyalty. You expect them to give you the same respect in return that you give them. But I feel like this is a situation where, because you are someone who's kind of like an upstanding citizen, you treat people the way you want to be treated. I feel like someone became too attached to you, or someone became too comfortable in a situation where you were always benefiting them. It kind of feels like someone took advantage of your friendship, or they took advantage of your loyalty, your consistency, your devotedness, and like how you always show up. And then it's like the one time you didn't, it's like they lashed out. Ten of Pentacles, Three of Cups. Yeah, it's like if you have a friendship with someone, Three of Cups, Three of Wands, Three of Swords, so Three of Pentacles, it's like you're getting promoted to a higher position for some of you guys. Some of you guys are going to be making more money than your friends. Some of you guys are going to be doing big things and getting more attention and kind of like, I don't know, elevating, growing. It feels that way. And it kind of feels like somebody was always top dog in a situation. Someone was always the one who had the upper hand, or they were always the one who got more attention, or they were always the one who got like this elevated treatment. Like they were the emperor or the empress of the group, you know? Like Regina George in Mean Girls. Like she was the top bitch. But now it's like there's something that's changing when it comes to the dynamics of this situation where you guys are kind of like elevating to a different position. And I feel like your growth is confusing someone because it's like they've always held this position. They want to keep this position. They want to be in power. This could even just be at work. I don't know what this is, but it feels like someone is feeling threatened or feeling confused because now you're in a higher level, you're at a higher level than they are for the first time, maybe ever, or in a long time. And I think that spirit is kind of saying that, you know, there could be confusion here, or there could be static, or there could be a difficulty with discerning and deciphering the messages that your spirit team is giving you if you don't honor yourself in this connection. What else does Pisces need to know? Lunch. Something may be happening in the afternoon, you guys. Be careful of like what you eat. But anyway, politics, politician. The situation could involve a politician or politics. Warning. This is a warning. You need to proceed with caution or a situation could be dangerous. Yeah. I feel like someone may try to convince you. Maybe they're going to ask you to go to lunch. Or this is during lunchtime at work. Or this is in the afternoon. Something happened in the afternoon. I don't know. But someone is trying to convince you of something. And I feel like Spirit is warning you of whatever they're trying to convince you of. Or you could be being warned that this person is trying to turn other people against you. I don't know. Somebody may have different political views than you even. What else? What is lunch? The ring. A really good opportunity is coming your way. Also, you may be getting a proposal. This could be marriage or business contractual. Yeah, you could be talking to your boss about like gaining some type of position. I feel like some type of elevation here, whatever it is. There's elevation coming to your life, whether it's spiritual elevation, professional elevation, personal elevation. I don't know. But there's elevation, growth, ascension, some type of progression that's happening. It's like the natural progression of things, how things are meant to go when it comes to your journey, your life, your experience. That is kind of threatening someone here or making someone feel like sad because things are going to change and because the future is not clear. I feel like someone is panicking and doing things from a panicked or fearful state of mind. Now, this could be you because the out of sight card was talking about that. It's like the way that things are changing could also be stressing you out and kind of making you feel unstable, worried, not sure where things are going to go because your life is naturally changing. And what I feel like is going on is that you're doing everything that you can. You're using all of your energy to keep these fears and worries away. You don't want to focus on these things. You're trying to distract yourself from it. And I feel like what this Fool card is saying is that there's somebody around you who's trying to be sneaky and acting funny, doing some clownery or clown behavior that is kind of like turning up the volume of these fears and anxieties. And you just don't need that right now. Death and ending. A situation that is coming to an end. This could actually be a funeral. You're going through a transformation, death to the old you. Right. That's the growth. Wealth. You may be coming into a lot of money. 10 of Pentacles. The opportunity with the ring card. You may be coming into a lot of money. You may also be encountering someone who's very wealthy. That could be the Emperor. Like whatever this old way of life is or whatever these outdated connections are that you may have with someone, that's going to have to change because now something is happening in your life that's elevating you to a new position. Yeah, 10 of Cups. It's definitely something that you want. And I feel like it's something that you've worked hard for every day, something that you've dreamed of. And you need to be positive as positive about it as possible. Okay, yeah, the Sun and the Three of Pentacles, yeah. This looks like promotion, recognition, people seeing your work, people recognizing your tills, maybe your skills and talents, okay? And I feel like that your dreams are trying to tell you that this is coming. The Sun card, we saw the Ten of Pentacles, Six of Wands. It's like Three of Pentacles. Spirit is trying to tell you that this is coming, and you may be needing to take a break or a vacation from some of the situations, people, places, and things that you're now outgrowing, okay? Because you staying in those situations or still dealing with those people, places, and things the same way that you dealt with them before, hence what we said earlier, you don't have to just drop people and be a hermit. But if you're still carrying on the same way that you did before, it's going to create confusion. And I feel like it's going to put you at risk of finding yourself in predicaments that could put your success or your advancement or your growth at a detriment. What's the advice? Oh, wow. Lots of cards. Learning and forgiving, temptation, a new journey, completion, and swim away. Yeah. So it's time to swim in a different direction. You're going on a new journey, but I feel like maybe someone is apologizing to you for what they did or apologizing to you for not understanding, but it still doesn't mean that you can just act like everything is going to go back to normal. It's not. I think somebody thinks that by apologizing to you, everything's going to go back to normal. I think that someone believes that if they show you some type of growth or they try to convey some type of understanding, that you're just going to go back to the way that things used to be, or you're just going to keep being the way that you used to be with them. And you need to know that this person is codependent. They're attached to you in an unhealthy way. They're attached to your actions in an unhealthy way. They want to connect with you and go with you and have you drag them with you, but your suitcase is not big enough. Okay? Things aren't what they seem. There's things going on underneath the surface, and then we have release. So ultimately, there's a part of your life that's coming to an end, and it's definitely when those types of things happen, you can feel the energy of mourning. Oh, you saw the candle just go out. I smelt the smoke when you blow out candles. So you can smell the signs. You can feel like the static and the tension in the air, that there's a part of your life that is going to change. And there are things that need to change now before you get there, so that you can accommodate yourself or acclimate yourself to the way that you're going to have to be once you achieve your goals. And because you may not have the proof of what you feel in your spirit laying out in front of people, they may not believe it. They may not actually take it seriously. They may actually do things that undermine your success, like keeping you out too late, drinking all the time, being in dangerous or nefarious behavior or activity, because they don't actually see a world where you could achieve these goals. But because you are you, and you know who you are, and you know what you want to achieve, you know that it's possible. And what Spirit is trying to tell you through your dreams, and what your dreams are trying to convey to you, is that because there's this new experience coming into your life, the endings and the closed doors have to be closed. There has to be finality in this situation, and there may need to be some boundaries set as to how much time, energy, effort, and involvement that you have with these situations, because they're starting more problems than what they're helping. It's creating more chaos. It's creating more awareness to the things that make you fearful, scared, worried. It amplifies those things that you're actually trying to push away. It amplifies the things that you're not benefiting from right now. And that would be a very foolish decision. So I hope that helped you guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Donate if you can. Venmo, PayPal, Zelle below, you guys. It's really helpful. I really appreciate you guys. Comment if this resonated. If you want to book your reading, the link is below. And remember, this is our Circle Booze. Bye.